Okay, are we on now? All right, greetings everybody. Tommy Rat here. This is like I haven't done one of these in a while. This is gonna be my New York hardcore rants. Okay, if you're new to this channel, so please subscribe, share. Subscribe, you know, to the channel, and don't forget to smash that like button and comment. Okay, all right. Right over here, we got a hurricane coming our way. So over here in Florida, I don't know if it's gonna hit my area or not, but I'm just looking at I know this. I think it's coming from the south, right to Central Florida, Orlando. Last I heard, and they were supposed to have NXT tonight on CW Network, and that was preempted by a following Milton thing, which is still on right now. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. All right, I'm not talking about that. For those of you who have been out of the loop, I have a new book out called Punk Rock Revolution. Check it out. Go to the the description below, and you could buy the book from there, from the Amazon link there. I also have other platforms too, and also there's other ways to help out the channel too. By donating $1. Yeah, donate $1 to help the channel. If you believe in what I'm doing here. All right, I got some other things going on. I do other stuff like showing wrestling gameplay, and also I got some stuff I'm working on Instagram with that I'll announce in the coming days. Uh, I'm not in my usual setting right now. I'm trying to make myself comfortable and record something. I want to talk. I want to talk about talk about Reagan Youth, being being that one of our friends, Paul Bajika. I knew him as Paul Cripple. Passed away. Let me just look at some information here before I don't do this stuff scripted, by the way. I don't do it. I don't do it scripted. So basically, this is all done on the fly. I might prepare some for some things. Yeah, I just need to look at get some. Uh, all right, I'm sorry if I'm wasting my time wasting everybody's time here while I'm trying to get find some information here. Okay, want to make sure I have the right information here before I even talk about it. All right, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm on my laptop here, and it seems like this laptop I use the laptop like Spider-Man uses web shooters. Waits till he runs out. Waits till he runs out of them before he refills them. this is. Okay, Paul. All right, here we go. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry to make you guys like sit in suspense over here. I want to talk about Reagan Youth. Now, Paul passed away from cancer on September 21st, 2024. He was in the hospital from what I heard, and I don't know what type of what type he had. I'm not familiar with the specifics of his situation. But all right, excuse me a second. All right. All I can say, he's probably in a better place now. I don't know how he was dealing with it to the very end, but one thing I can say about him, he stuck to his guns from day one. He stuck with his guns. I can tell you that on his beliefs. Rest in peace, Paul. My condolences to family and friends. Well, I want to talk about Reagan Youth. When I first started coming around on the scene, I heard about them from some of my friends and from some of the friends in Brooklyn that pretty much was involved with the scene at the time. Guy, guys like Butch Lustery Lamb, they told me about them and that they were pretty much like they were like a local band that played hardcore punk, and that they were anarchists. Well, I met these guys. Like I met everybody in the band at that time. Like Dave Insurgent, Paul Cripple, Andy Apathy, and Charlie Monet. That was the original lineup, and they'd be at all the shows that I was going to. Like I was going to all the same shows. We all go to the same shows. Whether it was at A7, CBGB's, the Playroom, whatever was happening, and I remember who else? Who else do I remember? I'm trying. I remember there was a kid named Russell that used to hang out with them. I don't know whatever happened to him. I think he dropped out after a couple of years. But I'll tell you that when now let me see something here. Okay, okay. I remember. I think this was like one of the first flyers I saw from them. They played A7 with the Mob and the Eliminators. Yo, Vinny's old band. I think I got to see them at a later show when they played with Heart Attack and the Undead. I mean, at the time, like these bands were playing all like a lot of bands used to play A7 almost every week, and they were one of them. Now, now, I remember I met Postry, these guys too, and I thought he was like a little kid at the time because he was very small for his age. Well, he was actually in high school, and they had their teacher that used to come with them to the shows. And one time they took him in the one time when the Bad Brains played. I think it was the Bad Brains. I think and Reagan, you played that show. They took their teacher in the back room, shaved his head, and he started stage diving. That was a fun show. But I mean, everybody respected him at that time. Nobody gave a shit like what who did back then. Everybody went to see the bands play. Everybody went to see the bands play. Nobody gave a shit who did what drugs. Nobody Nobody gave a shit about what politics they were into. The kids went out there, supported the bands, moshed to them. Band and audience was one and the same at that time. Before like all this crossover shit started. Not all of it was shit. There was some that was good. Not all of it was bad. Now Reagan Youth didn't have anything out at all. I think they may have had some demos floating around that were unofficial, but they managed to get on shows. They managed to get on shows with the Bad Brains now. Shit, Bad Brains didn't just take anybody under their wing at that time. They didn't deal with just anybody to get them on the bill with them. I think there was one show. There was one show before one show that Reagan Youth played with Bad Brains was at some place called the Village Gate, I believe. Actually, they didn't really. I don't think they ever really booked any kind of hardcore punk in the later years. If I remember, I think one time I actually saw Leslie West play there. Me and Johnny Stiff went there, but I'm not talking about that. So I think that's the only time I ever went that place. Now, remember that there was some changes going on with Reagan Youth. There was like a lot of lineup changes. Charlie left the band and he ended up joining The Abused for a short time. And Andy went on to join Urban Waste. And it was a while before they got new members in the band. I guess they were making sure that they weren't just getting anybody to join, which I can understand because you get a band together, you gotta have everybody on the same page, otherwise it ain't gonna work. I think they started playing again when they got this kid named Steve who used to play in a band called The Betrayed on drums, and Al Pike, who actually had a fanzine with his wife Abby, wife or girlfriend, I'm not sure, on bass, and they had a fanzine called Straight Edge, which was which was pretty much focused more on on the East Coast, non New York, Midwest scene. That was like some of the stuff that they focused on. That was a cool read. And that was the lineup they were working with. And I remember at one time, Dave was announcing at some of these shows, like, yeah, we're gonna be changing it to this kick-ass rock and roll band called Freeway. That was like a running joke. I think he was making fun of the Bad Brains when they were talking about changing into a reggae band. There was one guy I used to hang out with actually believed they were going to do that. He didn't realize it was a joke. I won't mention his name. And then I think later years, Reagan Youth broke up, and Dave started having some kind of issues with him. Like I think he was dealing with some substance abuse. Then he had some tragedies in his life where his girlfriend got murdered by Joel Rifkin. And I remember Johnny Stiff told me that his mother got killed accidentally when his father backed the car into her. And then I'm not sure how they passed away, but I think it was suicide related. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the specifics. And I and I remember, like in later years, in the '90s when Degeneration started playing, they started using the song Degeneration from Reagan Youth as like their closing song at their shows. and I remember, and then Reagan Youth got back together with a new singer. Now I haven't had a chance to see the more recent lineups, but I remember Charlie coming back into the band. I think for a while Paul was doing Urban Waste and some other projects he was doing too before his passing. Well, I remember. Well, Reagan Youth had a significant. They had a significant impact on the early days of the New York hardcore scene. They played with the likes of Kraut, the Beastie Boys, the Undead, even worse, the Mob, and even, of course, more importantly, the Bad Brains. I think they were supposed to be on that. They were supposed to be on that Bad Brains compilation that never came out back in 81, 82 that they were going to do. And I believe I believe they were on the New York Thrash tape. I could be wrong about that as well, but let me just double check something here. Uh, have my little phone here. Yeah, I ain't ashamed to do shit like this when I'm doing a podcast. I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, let me see. Let me see who was on. Actually, they were not on this tape. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they were not. They were not on this. They were not on this tape at all. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now. Who was on there? Damn. All right, maybe I'll do a video about this one day too. All right. Okay. Well, anybody else in the Florida area, stay safe out there. I'm not sure how bad. They're saying this thing is a monster. So I don't want to talk. Like I said, I don't want to talk about that shit. Uh, so 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 if you like what you saw here, like, share, and comment. Let me see. And don't forget, my book is still out. My book is out. So you know where to get it. It's on Amazon. Descriptions are below. And I have some more videos coming up in the week as well. Thank you. Okay? All right, well, let's see something here. Oh. And also, I got. Hold on a second. I'm just toying with some stuff here. All right. I don't know what the hell happened here. All right, I don't know what the hell happened over there just now. Trying to show everybody how to get show you where to buy shirts. Yeah, the link is below too. Still got Rejuvenate shirts, print on demand. So if you want to buy one of those, buy shirt or hoodie, go to bodfire.com. The link is below where you can actually order the shirts from. All right, if you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time.